and we are off. Let's see what we get to start off with today. We get boots in Sanctuary. Okay, that's a big deal, actually. That's going to lead to a fairly different start for these runners.
Oh yeah, a lot of different locations now that they're going to check. I wonder if they're going to check an early bonk cave here.
I would. I mean, you're walking right past it. It would be kind of silly not to. You got to assume that the early boots are going to lead to something early, just the way that the logic works. And either way, even if it doesn't, having boots are nice. So getting those in the first chest. Unfortunately, Zaen doing the worst opening in the entire game. It's somehow every time I commentate, one person does it. So I have to point out how silly it is to come here, save and quit, come back later without a weapon, without any way to clear anything. Okay, so DududeDude is. Yeah, I thought he was about to step, check in the cave. I mean, when early boots is gonna lead me to. Okay, see, this is fine. You can start here. Okay, and there's a bottle. In before 3 bottles in GT, something bottle required.
Oh man, never seen that before. Could be a first.
Ice Rod at no, Kana Samaria at Sit Kid having to get the bottle. I'll be interested to see if they start to panic late game now with that knowledge. That knowledge is weird. I wouldn't really 100% know what to do with it, to be honest.
And nearly blue mail here.
Yeah, decent seed so far. Zaen doing the little shimmy strat so you can see the item without going down the steps. Saves a little bit of time. Okay. Yeah, I mean, right now, if I'm these runners, I'm praying to get a different bottle at any point, because that's gonna haunt me for the rest. Like this early boots, like if I get access to Aga and a lamp, and I mean, I might be doing it in this seed if I don't see a lamp sometime. It's a little worrisome. It's gonna be a big question mark in this seed.
Yeah, hopefully, like you said, they'll find another bottle, because you don't want to go through all of that in AGA 1 just for a bottle. That seems rude.
It is, but we'll see. I'm very curious to see what comes of this seed with that. Watch it. All our hopes will be dashed, and we'll get a bottle in the village.
Now we've got pretty bad triple this early, so it's no bombs really. And of course we did get an ether medallion here, which might be useful later on.
I also have the kid shield, so that's interesting. So I actually have an interesting route when I don't get money and I come from the top end. I actually go and buy the bombs and then go and check the stuff outside of Tetrico. Then go back up. So I check library and then race team. Go back up and then like save and quit in the well is usually my route. If I don't get bombs early if I don't get bombs early, that's usually what I do. It's I timed it. It's like slightly faster than going down and then going back up and then going back down to check the outside.
An interesting route, and we just saw a dude here found a sword and a hammer.
Oh, I'm seemingly a little behind, so I'm gonna refresh. Oh no, wait! Oh, he got the hammer from there. Jeez. Okay.
And the flippers too. Wow. That's the stack well.
Well, flippers and hammer, those lead to something. That something is ice ballast, actually. Just need a fire source now. It's an interesting thing to keep in mind. Why is he back in here? Is he really wanted to fire about money? Yep.
Looks like it. So a quick map check here.
Oh, and mitts? Wait, where did they get mitts from? Oh, he's saying and mitts is needed for. You're right,
Yeah.
but I don't know. A hammer and flippers, in my opinion, like I mean, you're gonna get mitts at some point. It's like I don't know. I take hints early. I know you need mitts for ice and a fire source, but like flipper and hammer is another good sign. Flipper and hammer also with mirror would be a decent swamp palace hint. Although without hood shot, it's less ideal. Don't catch up to the guy. He has a very long sequence. You're already in here. DududeDude. Okay, well, let's see what's in the... see, if we don't find anything in any of the bot spots, I'm just assuming at this point that Aj is required for that bottle. That's my prediction. If they don't find in any of the bot spots an item, which they haven't, if there's nothing like desert and they get to desert early, I'd be like, okay, well, this bottle's needed.
I hope there's one in Hobo, actually. That would be quite cool. Pretty standard opening.
Yeah, the early flippers opens up a lot, though. You can actually do all the flipper stuff without fate. Oh, and there's that mask. Okay, that's one more piece of the Aja puzzle.
Only missing the lamp.
I keep waiting for a key. I've commentated like 2 or 3 key sanities now. Keep expecting a key.
We'll see a lot more ammo all around the place.
See, DududeDude doing this correctly, going to Uncle when he can do all of escape. Oh, and there's the bow. That opens up a bit more.
Early bow is always fun to find. Man, that's 2 seasons in a row now with early bow and hammer. That's amazing.
So Zaen has enough money for Zora now. And to get hit by that bomb to do it properly, but, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. DududeDude's pretty close to having enough money. Okay, so we're seeing Zaen not go to Zora. Even though he... Oh, no, never mind. He's just saving, putting... Instead of going to Ice... I don't know if this is faster, to be honest. He had boots, so...
It's probably marginally faster.
I'd be curious to test that. That's one thing about Randomizer. Trying to figure out, like, what... Like, because a lot of this movement from place to place, we are... Oh, he's wanting to death warp DududeDude, so he's letting the guard damage him. One of the things that is interesting about Randomizer is that you do a lot of movement that like never was really tested by a speedrunner. You know, like when did a speedrunner ever need to go from flippers to, or sorry, from like ice cave to the bridge to the Zora, like while having flippers? It's like, if you had to fake flip, it's obviously faster to go to ice, to go from ice cave back down. But when you have flippers, I mean, I don't know.
Okay,
we are seeing Dark Escape, or not seeing it, however you want to word it. Not actually as hard as people think once you figure it out. I'm gonna assume that based on the chat that he might have missed something in an escape in game 1. So yeah, the easiest way to do this without any items or anything is to find out where the bot. Well, you figure out. Find out where the torch is. Then move up. Then move to the torch. Move up like half a pixel. If you do it right, you're either gonna stop on the chest, or you'll see your sprite, like your sword sparkle, move down a bit, and then you know you've hit the chest. Oh, 3 bombs. Not a full life lesson, but not great.
Looks like it was a 6th crystal in the desert. I missed it last time.
DududeDude hasn't done this yet? Wow, he really wanted to do escape.
Yeah, he got a bit shafted last time.
So interesting fact about most sword spins, it is faster if you did it while moving up the stairs, but if you have to like wait at the stairs, it's like not faster anymore. So keep that in mind when you're trying to optimize your movement. It's once you've failed like while walking up the stairs, because you don't move any slower by spinning. So like what DududeDude did there, he tried to get sword speed, but no, once you fail it, there's no real reason to try it again. You should just dash to where you're going. Doing it multiple times is slower. Also, something to keep in mind is if you do what is called pumping, which is the action of moving like left or right when you're moving up, or up or down when you're moving left. Both of those like actions will cause your character to move a little bit faster on the staircase if you have spin speed, because it's diagonal movement is crazy. But pumping also hurts your controller, so if you don't have a good controller, it's probably not worth it to pump. As I've learned, my controller is a little busted right now from pumping. I need a new one.
That's the top level speedrunning advice here.
Don't break your controller for a few frames. Somebody can recommend me a good controller that's cheap that I can start buying every couple months. Will continue to pump.
Here's the progression here in Eastern. We just found some power gloves.
Now we've almost got dark relances. We just need the moon pearl. So DududeDude get in this weird water walk that I don't understand how to yet, but people get it. It doesn't really help because, well, as you can see, once you hit water, it cancels it. Once you hit shallow water.
Yeah, it is faster than swimming.
Mm-hmm. And some ammo. The opts not to, kind of hesitates to grab the heart and then chooses not to.
It's now Dude's time to be disappointed by Zora.
Mm-hmm. And 3 bombs at least isn't like nothing. It's pretty close to it, but
still a bit useful in the beginning, but very expensive.
Yes.
Now, as much as you could have figured by now, you're never required to go into dark rooms without the lamp. The logic doesn't account for that, but these guys are good enough to do it anyways. So you'll see here Zaen is going to go through the last part of Eastern and just feel his way through it.
Okay, so we're seeing both runners. Kind of. So this dark room honestly isn't as difficult as people think once you've like done it and you kind of learn the trick. So the easiest way is to hold out your sword, just move to the right while your sword held out. This will keep you moving forward and just move a few steps. If you hold right when you leave that door, you'll just like move along the edge of the wall because the door is pretty shallow. Once you do that, you just shoot your arrow until it stops, until it like hits something that's like a wall, and then you know that's the mimic. And then you just move forward and you hit it again and pray that the popoys don't get in your way. Or not the popoys, the popos. Ooh.
Close enough.
Zaen missing a few things here. Try to think what DududeDude did extra that Zaen hasn't done. Zaen with a very clean kill. Doesn't get anything but a crystal though. So still good to get. Death Mountain's a pretty good play here. Even though it's a dark room. I'm not 100% sure where the seeds wanted them to go from here. I assume that there's going to be something in a spot far away. Oh, they haven't checked the back of Escape. Dark Escape, thank you guys. That's what he did. That makes more sense now. So we have back of Escape to still do. Dark World isn't to play. Oh yeah, do it. Never mind, they did get Moon Pearl. I am dumb. I derped. Dark World is accessible. Thanks, guys. That was a loaded Eastern.
Yeah, that was a great beginning. You have a lot of progression items early on.
So was that Moon Pearl was behind the dark room then? So that's what I missed when I looked away. Zaen doing the I don't know. I prefer without Titan's Myths to start in the town, but you know, it happens. Where like I mean, within that, like, because then you can do all the things in the town, and then you just loop around the world. And I like doing the around the world. Oh, it wasn't even dark. Okay, yeah, never mind. I completely missed that. I'm rusty, guys, okay? I've been commentating Odyssey. That's much easier to commentate. I just have to say what... I just have to act impressed whenever they do something. Kappa. Oh, and there's the lamp. Easy lamp. Technically, Seed required a double dip in Eastern. But not for runners in the semifinals. What's nice though for these runners is they both are guaranteed to get into the next main tournament because they're in the semifinals. Top 4 from this tournament and top 8 from the main tournament, guaranteed in the main tournament for the one coming up in spring, which is pretty cool for them. It means that they don't have to do any silly qualifiers. And there's Tempered from Stumpy.
Great place to finding it before going into these Dark World dungeons.
Can you explain the tournament setup again? Well, I mean, we're near the end, but it's the secondary tournament. I guess for people who don't know, think of it like the main tournament, but there was no Swiss portion. They were kind of made. This tournament was supposed to end like a while ago, but there was just so many entrants into this tournament that was unexpected that now they're ending at the same time. But yeah, the tournament started with a lot of groups, like over 30, that got narrowed down to a field of about 62, and then that's what they've been fighting in. So top 4 of this tournament gets to play in the quote-unquote main tournament, which is like the one that you have to qualify for. They won't have to play in any qualifiers, they'll just get in. And the winner of this tournament will get their name put in the game. So, that's a pretty cool thing if you've played the randomizer.
Yeah, inside that cool room nobody goes into.
I don't know. I go into it like every second randomizer at this point. Especially since I play lots of Triforce and T-Sanity. Houlihan Room is basically required in both of those.
Oh yeah, in those modes, yeah. I just barely see it inside open nowadays.
The change just before the tournament to add the extra 300 and the extra 50 back into the pool did change the meta a bit. Oh, I need to go get food. 1 second, guys.
Dude making quick work of Almos here. Getting his crystal. While Zaen just now making his way into the Dark World, checking a map. Get a 5 crystal in Swamp, green pendant inside Mire, blue pendant inside Turtle Rock, and yeah, the rest is all crystals. We'll see Zaen make his way into Skullwoods here, as Skullwoods is always a good play. It's a quick check, and it often has good items inside of it, despite having only 2 treasures. Caneless Seed after a very hidden cane in first game. Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, I'm back. Skullwoods, probably my favorite play. I don't know, I like the idea that treating a dungeon like a cave. And then everyone should treat every dungeon just like a cave that happens to be required.
Yep, that's a great way of seeing it. Makes for very easy exploring.
Like honestly, if you think of keys and compasses and maps just like a rupee, like a green rupee. Like just think of it like that. Just because you get green rupees sometimes in Hype Cave doesn't mean you skip Hype Cave. Like you still gotta go into dungeons sometimes. But that's just my piece. That's how I run. I mean, I'm pretty mechanically bad, but sometimes my routing's on point.
I agree with your routing. That would make sense, especially in these in this version. Seems to prefer a lot the dungeons. Now, Skullwoods was a bust with nothing in the early part here. Oh, dude is using ether right here to get rid of everybody. Nice use.
Yeah, so the biggest change with V27 is that Moth can now not have a small T ever, or lead to a small T. So he can't have a big T lead into a big chest small T. So that increases the amount of times that he's going to have a progression item. So that did lower stall from its old 47% progression rate in the early part of the dungeon. Or sorry, it lowered its chance of having progression because now more often an item install is locked behind Fire Rod. So that the way that the game orders it, that does change how often. The easier it is to get to a chest, the more chance it has to have progression, obviously.
Zaen just found half magic here inside of T-Town.
Not bad. I mean, they have the hammer, so I mean, this is an obvious play to come here.
Indeed.
Yes. Still no bottle, chat's pointing out. They have everything they need to do to go to do Aja, even the bud net. DududeDude have an interesting route into the basement, or to the top floor here.
No, Thieves Town is rarely skipped, whatever it is, a crystal or a pendant, just because it's so easy to get around in this dungeon. So you'll most likely see runners always in this dungeon.
Outside of Keysanity, this place is completely open, other than one chest. So it's like any other location on the overworld. At least, I mean, that's how you should look at it. Because it's always going to have 4 items. You'll have either 3 or 4 items. You also get to check 8 chests, which I think is the more important statistic.
Oh, yeah. Especially since Blind, once you know the pattern and how to beat him properly, is a very easy boss.
I'll be curious to see if there's any progression here.
So far, it's a very tame dungeon, only having really half magic in it.
Okay, so starting the script is easy. Just hitting it 3 times before it even has a chance to kind of move around. Looks like Zaen is staying on script here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There we go. No progression in this dungeon.
Well, it's still a question, so in the end, it's a bit of progression. Doesn't open up anything, but we'll probably see a bit more overworld locations before these players either go up the mountain or check what's in Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, right now they can't do much on the mountain, so...
Dude made it very easily through Blind. Now going to check himself now, a few places around the overworld. Looks like Catfish is not paying off this seed. Last one it had, last seed it had the fire rod. It looks like the runners are trying to see if Catfish was worth it again. And it was not.
Why would you not go to pot with bow, hammer, and temper sword? Because you want to check the rest of the overworld. Pretty much literally it. it would be probably a good idea. Or you just want to make a gamble. I don't know what they gamble right now, though. They don't really have a way to. Well, it's probably loaded in this seed. Also, still no bottle.
Yeah, it's gonna start waiting on their minds now. The longer they don't have a bottle, the more that AGA seems to be required.
Mm-hmm. Also, yeah, DududeDude doesn't have lamp, so it's less appealing because it's not in logic, and it. Oh, and then he gets his temper. So he will do his lamp, and see, this is why I like how DududeDude started in town. DududeDude started in town, gave him access to doing all of this in a loop. So he did one less save and quit. He's entered the Dark World one less time. It's just a little bit more efficient. The only difference is Zaen had Tempered Sword in. I mean, he had it in Thieves, which isn't really a big difference. The difference between Master Sword and Tempered in that dungeon isn't very big.
Yeah, there's just a couple enemies you kill a bit faster, and that's about it. Doesn't make a difference for the boss.
I'd be very shocked if DududeDude didn't go to pod straight from here, especially with that lamp now.
Yeah, might seem maybe a quick pyramid check, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm. To be honest, if I'm DududeDude, I'm probably thinking in my head, man, I still haven't found that bottle. So I might save Agenum, and that'll be how I check pyramid.
Man, maybe we'll actually see bottle as go mode. Hiding the go mode item, actually.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. And trolley.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, we'll be here for a long time if that happens. And there's the mirror. That's big. It gives them access to Swamp. As well as Bombos Tablet. And the rest of Death Mountain. So that's a big one.
Yeah, especially here inside of Palace of Darkness. It's going to help out a bit routing overall. Because everybody knows that Palace of Darkness without the mirror takes so much time. You have to get all around the dungeon a few times if you want to collect all the items.
DududeDude and Zaen have a very similar route into this dungeon. Oh, that bomb's gonna miss, yeah. DududeDude's trying to be too perfect on that.
Well, Zaen is being pushed off the ledge by the mini Helmasaur here. Rude guy. And there's the progression item, the hook shot.
Okay. I might go to Swamp instead of Death Mountain here, just because it's a dungeon, and you have everything to do it. And early Swamp access usually means early Swamp progression.
Yeah, I agree with you. Early Swamp is a good thing.
And like at this point, I'd almost hope for Titans being in there. Then when I'm in Death Mountain, I can do everything, literally everything.
Yep. Do it all in one shot.
So I think Swamp's the better play here. Plus, if you get Titans and Swamp, then you can go to Ice.
Oh right, that's right.
Wait, no, they don't have a fire source yet. All right, well, now we're hoping for a lot of things. So I still think Swamp's a better play with what they have. I mean, I won't fault anyone for going to Death Mountain, but
yeah, it could be any one of the two for having the next progression item.
Like the other reason is it's a crystal, and Hera's a pendant in this seed, so.
True, but Hera is not a big time investment to check the items in it.
Yeah, so for people who don't know, because we are having this is a rare occurrence of the secondary tournament on Speed Demon. The secondary tournament was basically an overflow tournament of everyone who didn't make it into the quote-unquote main tournament was qualifiers. And I hope that maybe next time they call one the What's the Past Open tournament and then one the Invitational. That'll be much nicer. Because I think a lot of people, I saw a lot of really rude comments actually from chatters. Oh look, it's a cycle here. Yeah. It's like, oh, they won't one cycle this room. Like, well, that's a jerk thing to say.
Yeah, especially since it can go so wrong so fast in these seas sometimes that in a few qualifiers you get to see so many good people just have bad seas once in a while. And once you start gambling, if they don't pay off, well, you end up in secondary.
Right. So they could somebody mentioned in chat the go mode dream. It's not impossible that going to Swamp here puts them in go mode. They don't need a lot of items to finish the seed. They don't need Samaria, they don't need Flute. They don't need Ice Rod. Like those are 3 items right off the bat there that they don't need. Oh, I think Zane's doing it. He's doing a swamp. I love it. Good move. And this is the right way to do it.
Man, at this point, I hope Dude is going up Death Mountain just to see a route divergence.
I think at this point, like, these runners are so good. Like, both these runners could compete in the main tournament easily. Maybe they couldn't have 3 months ago when this started. And, you know, I don't even think that they would say that, but both these runners have been doing fantastic throughout this tournament. DududeDude has improved significantly from when he started. He was basically a new runner during the prelims.
There we go. Dude is done with Helmasaur King. Pretty easy with Tempered.
And there's still pretty much the difference of checking a state. Now wouldn't it be interesting? Wouldn't it be interesting if DududeDude lost this because he checked a state?
I would hope not, because he lost last race because he did
That's what I'm
not.
saying. It would be so peculiar. It would be so peculiar if he did. Like, if he was just constantly a state behind. Oh, he's going too. They're both doing the same plays. What is this? What are we watching NMG? Like seriously? Is this GBA and NMG? Like Swamp Second? What? For people who are curious why I mentioned GBA, the route in GBA is to do Swamp Second because you don't have you will need the hook shot for a bunch of movement tech in that game. You don't have access to a lot of the glitches, so. Gomoda is mitts, fire rod, flute, book, yes. Yeah, that's about right. Flute is optional in this seed. Book would give go mode as well. Oh, not RBA, GBA. The Game Boy Advance version. RBA does things the reverse.
Also known that what did they do
That's
to
true,
the
this is
sound
MG.
version?
Look, the sound's the only actual bad part. It's just so bad that I understand why people hate GBA so much. I will defend GBA every day on this channel, but not the sound. Oh
yeah, I completely understand. That's the only thing I have against it too.
Oh boy. There is actually a bottle adventure in this game. It's YBA. Yazuru's bottle adventure, I believe. It's a major glitch. It's like the basis for a lot of warps in this game. Oh, I could totally see if people who played the SNES don't like the port, don't like GBA ports because of the 3-2 versus 4-3. That's also understandable to me. I grew up with the GBA and the NES, don't ask. Okay, so nothing on left side. We'll see if DududeDude tries to skip it.
Yeah,
I don't know, he already has the key, so I don't know if he will.
Yeah, I'm more partial to doing left side after you've done the dungeon.
Well, that is significantly slower. So, like, there is a faster way to do left side. It saves you about 30 or 40 seconds over doing left side, like vanilla. So we'll see what he does here. Yeah, he's gonna do left side first. So by opening this door, hitting the switch, going down, grabbing the key, coming back, it saves you like a significant amount of time over the like vanilla way to do this dungeon. So doing boss first is slower. If you're not like very close to go mode. It's a great gamble though.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a great late game gamble. If you're here like third and you're looking for 3 items, probably should stick to doing this strat that both of them did for the left side. We found the mystery battle.
Aga's not required, guys.
I'm a little disappointed. I wanted to see how they reacted to the bottle there, but alas. That is an above average hype bottle, to be honest. Like, finding that bottle is such a huge relief.
It's rarely hype to see a bottle in a game.
Oh man, I hate this room. So many things.
And Zaen making short work of Argus here, just by pulling his puffballs away and slashing at them. Very easy with a tempered sword. It's a bit longer if you don't though. You will go back inside to check what's in the big chest. Just in case it's one of those items he still needs to complete the game.
Oh, Bombos K, ice. Go to ice right now. Wow, that just leads you on. Go run to ice right now.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. Oh, definitely.
No, 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 no. Oh no.
Oh, there goes your prediction.
Oh no, mitts. Thanks, chat. It's okay. He also forgot he didn't have mitts. He started going there.
This fault, not ours.
Look, I really, really like Ice Phallus. Okay? He keeps doing things I say. Maybe he is listening. No, don't actually. No, I'm sorry. That is not a joke I should have made. Chat, don't. He's not listening. It's fine. Calm down.
You know, now that I think about it, there was no progression inside the swamp. So
Bombos is probably gonna end up being progression.
yeah, it could be, but I mean, it doesn't really help right now.
Zanes, give up. Okay, or not. So as I mentioned earlier, hopefully Zaden watches this. If you don't get spin speed while you're climbing the stairs, just abandon it. It's fine. It's not actually that big of a change. Okay, so we're going to Hera. Interesting.
Yeah, I like Hera play here. It's usually not super long to go through.
Oh, the book.
And would you look at that?
I would abandon this dungeon if I get the second item, though.
Oh yeah, completely. That I agree with.
Yeah, it's not even green.
It's break time for Zaen.
Wow, it just barely squeezed through there.
Now you see the pain of menuing inside Randomizer.
Sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's not so nice. To be fair, the menuing in the base game isn't like what I would say perfect sometimes. The menu gets pretty weird at points in the base game. Especially if you're not Especially depending on when you get the medallions or the ice rod.
Looks like Moldorm is hiding away the second item, because of course it would.
Nope, they still need Fire Rod, guys. Fire Rod is also required for drone mode, but this is a pretty straightforward seed. Okay, so DududeDude going the other way in the mountain. This is interesting. Zaen having to do all of Hera. Okay, so only the book in Hera, but Zaen only the book is a little deceiving. That is a big deal. It means that we don't need the flute.
Yep, and it does act as a key item for opening the items in the tablets.
Right, and that's might be where he goes right now. Yeah, he's pulled out his book already. He's trying to sword beam that die, but he keeps running out of it. Silly dead rocks. Yeah, 20. Oh, Kate? Was there any? There was nothing on ledge, right? Oh, it was Kane actually. Wasn't it? I remember chat. I didn't catch it, but I remember chat mentioning. Oh, look, the Kane is super visible.
I thought it was only arrow upgrade.
Oh, maybe. I remember somebody mentioning Kane earlier.
Still, cape is still very useful for the end game.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta use those cape strats on Ganon.
Yeah, mitts are always required in non-entrance randomizer. Every time. Okay, so DududeDude is in Hera now. So Death Mountain didn't really yield anything. They have a red potion though, so and a cape, so I hope that they check the bumper cave.
Ooh, Spike Cave.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Spike Cave.
Yeah, it could be very easily forgettable when you don't pay attention too much.
Still down point. Oh, Zane's even quit in. DududeDude's in a better position to check Spike Cave after Hera. They've done the exact same thing throughout this seed. Only exception is DududeDude did early escape. Literally the only difference.
Now we'll see Zaen do the Bombos tablet and then Desert right after. It's a nice combo, and we've seen it in the seed just before that too. It's been a very interesting race, both games being very similar in terms of where they get the content and what they do at what time.
Okay, so we're seeing Desert. Okay, there's a fire shield. That's already one item. Oh, don't fall. Oh no, he triggered the fast phase. Oh, that was very close to the trolled arm of troll. Oh! Okay, oh! No! Okay, so we're looking for... Oh, there's the second item, so there's no progression here. We're gonna have to do some overworld, I guess, but I'm not even really sure what to do, overworld-wise. What's even left?
At this point, it would be Graveyard Ledge and Kingstone.
Oh yeah, both those are open.
There's a few other places with a mirror too. It's at Southern Grove, I believe.
Sit Kid. Oh yeah, somebody's pointing out Sit Kid. So that's an easy check. That's a quick check. And Spike Cave, which we didn't see. So there's a few spots, but they're here and there. So Pedestal is very dead.
And it looks like Zaen is going through desert anyway. Not sure I like this. It's like he's predicting a pedestal seed.
Oh no, dude, no, what are you doing? No. Go to Spike Cave, please.
All right, desert is a crystal. My bad. I read that. I read that as a pendant.
Zaen hating this boss. Oh, the short. Oh, come on. I hate the short leaps when you're like close to killing him.
Alright, that's true. And neither of these runners have checked Agana too. Another troll location.
Okay, so just shooting a few spots here and there. So this is kind of the slower part. So I'd like to remind you guys that both these runners do run Randomizer quite often. You can follow them if you want. Also, don't forget to support Speed Gaming. This month they are doing tons and tons of small events all throughout the month of December. Everything from relays to showcase races to Titans Gauntlets at Sit Kid. Wow.
So bottle was progression item. Dang.
Why are you going to Dark World, Zaen? I don't get it. Just go to Ice. Where's he going? I'm confused. have the bid bomb. I didn't even realize. Huh. So the tracker is marked drawn for 5-6.
Well then.
Well, it happens. No worries.
Oh, it is a great time to do it. Get it out of the way.
Yeah, no, I agree. I didn't realize he had the bomb, so I was confused.
Indeed. And there we see Zaen is going to ice now.
Yeah, this is pretty obvious considering the items they have. And half magic means that they can use Bombos with great abandon. Also, Fire Rod in ice will be go mode, so. No, Zaen cannot go mode Ice Palace right now. Fire Rod could easily be in here. So he will be completing the whole dungeon. Yeah, this seed's been pretty nice. This has been a jet seed if I've ever seen one. Yes, Fire Rod can be on Laser Bridge. That is a possibility, although unlikely.
Yeah, pretty unlikely, but it is possible.
But we don't even have Samaria, so I wouldn't even think about Turtle Rock or Mire right now. Yeah, so we should see Ice Palace Bomb Jump here, yep. I don't think that's... Oh, that was low enough, huh?
It's often a bit hard to tell with these sprites.
Well, I looked at the sword, so...
Ah, yes.
Which
It's
is what
pretty.
Zaen was doing. No early T, so you gotta go to the left, or up, one of the two. But left is more proper, as it were. Did Dude not get his mitts? No, he hasn't returned the bottle yet.
Yeah, he's going to check Catfish and be disappointed by him. Because that's where the Fire Rod was in last seed, but can't always have him there. At
this point, this seed is looking to be a short seed, but Can't confirm that yet.
Yeah, it all depends on the location of these last few items here.
Well, the last item, we're just looking for fire rod.
Indeed.
Hoodshot cave is probably a good idea. DududeDude check-in overworld is a good idea. Because if he checks overworld and he does get fire rod here, once he goes to Sid Kid and gets Titans, he would be in go mode. Being able to go mode Ice Palace. No, we're just looking for fire rod.
There's another bottle. Not very useful.
Yeah, dude has done way more overworld than Zaen.
Hopefully, seeing that bottle here just gave him the idea of checking Sick Kid.
I assume that he will. Like, he's doing the loop around. He's just gonna end up doing it last. He'll probably do Smiths based on... He might do Smiths and chest. Yeah, he's going straight there, so... He's just doing overall. I'll be curious to see what he does when he gets these mitts.
Zaen gets a perfect cold stare here, and it gets rewarded with the mirror shield.
It's not much of a reward when in theory you wanna end this now.
Dude finally gets his Titans.
Okay, so where's DududeDude gonna take these? Is he gonna go to ice too? Looking like it. He's gonna fall into the ice palace, and I think that's correct based on how the seeds treated these runners so far. And it looks like Zaen is finally gonna do escape, so.
So yeah, with not having any rod at all inside of Ice Palace means that the fire rod is still somewhere on the overworld.
Yes. It could be, it's probably in Hoodshot Cave, then.
Yeah, that or Super Bunny. Somewhere around there.
It's all going to depend on where Zaen goes while Dude's in Ice Palace. We'll see what happens, because he's doing escape, but this is much shorter than full clear ice. But if Zaen does a bunch of the overall that Dude did, which he did some of it, so I think Dude's technically behind right now, but I can't 100% tell.
Yeah, I would think so. Zaen deciding to go check that middle chest.
Yep.
Dude gets the bomb jump in the first try, so that's good. They're really doing all the same things, just at a bit different order at this point. It all depends on if Zaen decides to go in the Dark World Death Mountain, or continues to check the overworld.
Oh, he's going to Death Mountain. Okay. It's probably something's got to be in Hoodshot Cave.
Oh, it could be in that one chest they can check inside Turtle Rock, if they can open it.
Well, they would need Samaria for that.
Yeah, that's true, but we know where Samaria is.
Well, they don't have it, so they're not going to do it on this trip. Or he won't. They won't do it on this trip. And it's also not just one chest you can check. You can check quite a few. Depending on how the keys line up, at least.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You can go all the way to Laser Bridge. Oh, it's a foot. My bad. I keep thinking it's on the southern part of Overworld. Tire commentary. I just got off an 8-hour shift.
That's why we're two.
I'm color. No, I'm not. I don't know. Okay, no. Nope. Nope.
Single green rupee?
Wow, nothing. So yeah, we gotta get Tina Samaria. Wow, he's not gonna check that one chest. Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering why.
Did we even see? We don't even know what Turtle Rock is. So
yeah,
that's You didn't even check what the crystal was.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a mistake, not knowing what opens Turtle Rock at least.
Yeah, Spike gave 2. I guess he's gonna do Smiths and such.
Judging by where he's going, yeah, I believe so.
Well, no, so there are some people that, well, it could be the right choice, we don't know, to skip it. Well, no, I think that is actually the wrong choice. Because killing possible information, you're right there. Like, there's a lot of, you can make mistakes in Randomizer, even if they pay off. It's still technically a mistake, I believe. At least that's my philosophy on it. Well, it's not bad to do the whole Smith chain, but you do it after you've like checked if you can enter TR and check that chest. That chest can have progression.
Oh yeah, I've seen a few rods there myself. Begrudgingly.
DududeDude not having as clean of a cold stare fight. Now DududeDude has his mirror shield. Also, still not checking Spike Cave. Nobody checked it yet. So what DududeDude does here matters. Oh, Ghost Sanctuary, so he's gonna do Smiths. Nope, he mismenued. Okay.
Ooh, I hope the chest here isn't a problem. Okay.
No, it shouldn't be.
Chest on the mirror location here tends to be finicky sometimes.
And that's just art, so Smith's was fruitless.
Yeah, at this point I think Zaen is going to try looking at the Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb for last locations in this quadrant, I could say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see what DududeDude does here. Jeez, somebody Chet Spike Cave. T-Rock or Spike Cave. Well, and Spike Cave is probably the correct play here. Where is Zaen even going? Does he not know what's on the ledge? Is that what's up? Oh no, he hasn't done me. Oh yeah, he hasn't done any of this. This is dude's chance to catch up. Yeah, limited to the first chest if the first chest is not a small key. Which is something that people are, some people and possibly even Zaen has overlooked. If you get key, yeah, if you get 3 keys in a row, spite or it's guaranteed to have progression. Well, I'm sorry, it's not guaranteed. It's you have access to Spike Cave. Sorry, that's what I meant. Well, they both got Kane for TR. It just matters if he actually goes to it. That's a pretty big difference. Okay, here we go. Yeah, he's going. Now, if it's Quake, I mean, well, rip, but it's not Quake. So this is... Oh, and Zane's having to go back. He's realized the mistake he made.
Oh man, that could be Dude's chance.
Yeah, they're now, like, tied up on what they've checked. So Dude is technically ahead. Now, it could be in Spike Cave. But as of right now, they've both checked both. They've checked everything. So it's either going to be like right here in Turtle Rock or it's going to be at Spike Cave. We need something. Doesn't have to be Fire Rod, it just has to give us access to more.
Yeah, such as a flute. Or any of the fetch quest items, too.
Oh, there's a key. Oh. Battle to Bid Bridge. That's what we're in right now. You can't push the block that way. Oh, there it is! It was a Turtle Rock!
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh!
What a trolly location.
Zaen trolled himself! Oh no! We are in go mode now. Oh my gosh. That Zaen made a huge mistake.
It all comes down to execution at this point.
Yeah. No flute to carry them around. They have to do movement on the overworld. Wow. This is so close. Zaen might have thrown this away though with skipping Turtle Rock.
Man, I have to say, knowledge is power in this case.
And these runners have no idea. Zaen has to think he's behind though. Actually, both, because they both checked everything. That was the second last location it could be for them. They checked everything but Spike Cave. So both these runners have to be feeling like, oh my gosh, this is nuts. Oh, chat, you're always so reliable for counting the seconds. Okay, that was pretty cool. They synced going into a different room. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, here we go. We have both runners. Oh yeah, and they have half magic too, so that means... Oh no, he screws up a little small trick. Didn't need to do that though. He could just move both those blocks. Got that because he's got half magic, so got more than enough. No silvers though, so this is gonna be a huge execution ride.
Yeah, it could still have silvers right here on Machida since they didn't get any treasure inside Skull Woods.
Right.
Down goes the moth.
Nope, just the map. So they must have gotten some treasure because there's still, it just was nothing much. So the last item is in the past chest.
Wow, that was a quick fight on Zaen.
Well, the optimal fight for Moth is like with Tempered Sword is like 4 seconds. It's a dash slash I think. And I think you can do it every single time if you're good. Like, it's not RNG. It's like blind. It's just a significantly harder. Could be wrong. There might be some RNG that prevents like the crazy. Oh yeah. Hey guys, calm down. Why are you guessing? Start. There we go.
People got excited.
This is a very close race. This sadly could come down, and I'll hate it. And I say this every time. I vote for 22. The reason why I vote for 22 is not because I want to see the runners get trolled. It's because I want to see them win because of execution, not because they made the wrong guess. It is my least favorite part of Randomizer. It is still somewhat exciting. Oh, Zaen doing the slower Dark World like route in. So it is slower to go through Dark World here.
Yeah, it's much faster to go on top of Turtle Rock.
Yeah, especially if the portal's already open.
Even if it's not open, it's still faster.
Is it? Okay. Wasn't sure. I swear I remember something about it if it's open or not. Now this route, the only way the other route is faster is if you don't get completely trolled. I think optimally it's about a 4-second difference, but right now that's pretty big when he's 20 seconds behind. It's like 2 or 3 it's like 2 to 4 seconds, I think, depending on RNG.
Oh man, I hate that this could come down to Troll Dorm.
What? No, it's Bidkey. Oh. So that's... Oh, he's doing Dark Magician route. Oh, he falls. Okay, we find Quake and a red rupee. Oh yeah, we do. Oh, No, we have everything we need to explore everything here, so that's good. Oh, is that silvers?
Nope.
Oh, okay. It's hard to tell silvers or the other one.
Yeah, they look very much the same when you look quickly.
Okay, so no key on right actually makes Dark Magician route better, because it means that you can't right side gamble, which it's like Dark Magician. So quick overview on the routes. So there are a few key routes. Dark Magician route, which is go straight to the Stelphos room. Do not go right side at all. Mirror out. This way you don't have to kill the Stelphos. You just ignore them and just move on. You mirror out. You go to all of right side. You do it all the way to Armos, and then it's only slower if the key is in the rando room or in this chest that Zaen is at. That's where Dark Magician route is slower. Then there's right side first. You do all of right side. That hits the most chests the fastest. So if it's in the right side, you save tons of time. And then there is traditional route, which is from the V18 tournament. And there's silvers. That's for sure silvers.
Yep.
Traditional route is what Zaen is doing, where you do the first two chests on the right side, and then you go to the left side. And this was fastest in V18 because there was an actual bias. There's an actual bias in the logic that meant that going left side was always best because it had the highest chance. So that's why it's called the right side gamble, to do right side, because it was an actual gamble in V18. So if it's in rando, oh, there's butter. Oh, it's at Armos, or it's in tile room. So if it's at Armos, then DududeDude got an even larger advantage.
Well, not that much, since Zaen got the butter sword and silvers.
No, DududeDude has silvers. Zaen does not have silvers.
Alright, it's the other way around. I got confused there.
And the difference between gold and tempered is not that much compared to silvers. So
yeah.
Okay, no, they're actually pretty much tied. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe Armos is about as fast for both routes. How did the bomb end up there? What? Also a little mushroom. So, oh, and DududeDude has a faster fight because he has silvers. Ooh, that's big. Okay, is it gonna be a tile room? I win! It's a tile room!
Oh
Wait,
man.
where's DududeDude going? Oh yeah, he's such a chick left side, no! Oh, I don't know who's... Right, Zaen doesn't know. He's right, Zaen has the right side. Okay, so they both will get everything. They'll both be maxed out.
This is so weird.
Is he gonna tile room gamble? Is he gonna tile room gamble? He wouldn't. No, right? No, he's not. Okay.
Oh man.
Okay, so is Zaen ahead now? It feels like it. Oh my gosh, Zaen pulled ahead in GT.
So it's gonna come down to the bosses. Oh man.
Well, no, I mean, well, yeah, I guess it will come down to the bosses, but I mean, at this point, they have the same equipment. DududeDude did the slowest route for if you have to check everything. Zaen did the fastest route if you check everything. You hate Dark Magician route because in the unlikely chance it's in tile room, it's slowest? Okay. Okay. So dude's behind basically the full tile room. If you think 35 seconds in Randomizer is big, I mean...
Yeah, there's
I'm sorry, I don't know what Randomizer you've been playing. 35 seconds is a fall. Like, or forgetting to switch to your silvers.
yeah, come back when it's 4 seconds.
Yeah. Like, easily to lose all that time in the gauntlet alone. Here's DududeDude. Zelda's TV bit key? What? Oh! Whoops. Thanks, guys. Nobody guessed 22. No supporter guessed 22. Wow. I should have typed it in chat. Whoops. Okay, so Zaen is on the Lamolus fight, which is lady, especially when you're using silvers. How does somebody have 10 wins? What? How? I feel like he's sniping like games that are on like SG4 that have like 100 viewers. Yeah, dude's making up time. He's already on the top part of the gauntlet. He had a very clean gauntlet. He's a room behind. Holy jeez. Yeah, remember that big man. Zaen had such a big advantage.
Yeah, this is turning out to be a really good butt clencher.
This is like execution and aga at this point. Difference. Holy crap. Okay, Zaen. Oh, Zaen wasting time. He's got to know that they're close, right? Like he checked this last. Like he even went back. He's got to know that he was behind. Oh no! And DududeDude falls.
Oh man. I think Trolldorn just made a victim out of Dude.
Oh no. Oh man, he's already on phase 3. Oh, poor dude. Zaen could fall, but that's very unlikely. Zane's execution would have been hard to... What? But...
Oh
dude,
boy.
Dude had already beaten his execution. I'm not sure what... Wow, that was really clutch. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're saying. And dude legitimately was, like, beating his execution if he didn't fall.
Great game on Zaen.
Yeah. GG. Close race. DududeDude's gotta feel just devastated. Okay, well, that is GG.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey there.
So I have to. The first question in my mind is how much earlier did Zaen check sick hit?
A little bit earlier, but you guys checked Fire Rod within 20 seconds of each other. So
Wow.
it didn't matter. You guys, for like the first hour of this, were literally just... The only difference was that you had done... is that DududeDude had done escape early. That was literally the only difference. I was actually worried for a bit that you were going to lose again because of escape. Like you were just going to always be behind checking escape. But that didn't happen, which is less unfortunate. Unfortunately, you lost to a fall to Moldorm.
Yeah. I figured that was coming when I fell there.
Yeah.
With the nature of this seat, there wasn't that much option for anyone else to gain any time through routing, so it had to be execution. And that's a pretty big mistake right there.
Gotta say though, it's 2 seasons in a row where you get hammer and bow quite early. It was very fast to go exploring the dark world too.
Yeah. This one wasn't quite as fast about it because it took a bit for the boom pearl compared to the previous one, but it's pretty unusual. I did appreciate the extremely early boots though.
Yeah, the early boots are really nice.
Actually, the
Pirate
first
and
chest for
T-Rock
me.
was just
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, that was pretty annoying.
I didn't believe in it, so I left after I got the cane.
I went straight into T-Rock after grabbing my cane, but I was also basically out of other things to check. The only other place I hadn't checked yet at that point was Spike Cave.
Yeah, same. I just didn't believe enough into T-Rock.
Yeah. That's, well, good game, Zaen. Very well
Yeah,
done.
good game. That's a really close one again.
Yeah, I'm happy of it. A bit closer than the previous one, too.
Yeah, it was a very good race you guys done. It's showing how much secondary tournament is just pushing out so much good racers and people that are just getting so good that, and since you guys did made it to the semifinals, you're guaranteed a spot in the next tournament, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be something. I'm going to have to polish my skills a lot more before I personally feel actually qualified for the main tournament there.
Yeah. As we were saying earlier, you were about 20 seconds in difference of finding the fire rod inside of Toro Rock, and at that point you were just neck and neck while trying to explore inside of Ganon's Tower too, just in very different routes.
Yeah, I assume we split up our routes in Ganon's Tower because I know the Dark Magician route isn't particularly common.
But it was a title anyway, so it's probably the last room we checked.
Yeah. Basically came down to the same thing. I was actually really hopeful. Like, when I didn't find, like, when after I did the first couple of gesture do with the Dark Magician route, and I found the sylphs on the right side, I was like, well, maybe he won't pick that up. Maybe that'll give me a bit of an advantage. But then the big key turned out to be in the tower room, which is rather unfortunate.
Yeah, it's always unfortunate, and since both of you guys did pick up all of the items, it all came down to who did the superior route inside of Ganon's Tower, and Zaen came up on top.
Yeah. At least I managed. At least I got to do Ganon, and I got him at 1 heart. That was something else.
Yeah, it must have been stressful even at
Yeah.
that point.
Thankfully, the magic cape is quite helpful there.
Indeed, it was a great safety in case things went well. Not well, I meant. Well, now, Zaen, I believe now you're up in the finals. How are you feeling about that?
Pretty excited. But it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it is going to be tough. You're up against Sentinel next, and he's also quite good. Obviously, he's in the finals, but well, it's going to be an epic match to watch. I'm definitely gonna watch that one once it happens.
Indeed, I can't wait for it already.
And of course, there's also going to be the losers finals for me and Aaron Darby, which is going to be interesting too.
Oh, that's right. There's a match for the bronze place, the third place. It's going to be quite exciting too, because all 4 of you have been quite amazing going into these last few matches here.
Yeah.
Any last words you guys want to say?
Well, I'll say is, man, at least I had all the heart containers for once in a seed. All 24 of them. How often does that happen? Anyway, what I actually do want to say is I do want to wish Zaen the best of luck against Sentinel in the next match. He had the ability to beat me, so clearly he should have the ability to beat Sentinel as well, right?
Yeah, you will see.
And good luck to you, and good luck to both of you in the Spring Standard Tournament, since you're both in it. So that's always good.
Yeah, you can have
The
the
winner
match at that point.
The winner of that gets their name put in the game. So that's pretty freaking sweet. So Zaen, if you win, your name is immortalized in the randomizer.
Yep.
It'd be nice.
It's going to be something.
So it looks like Zertno is already trying to schedule the finals. So we should actually be in those finals before the main tournament. Maybe those will end up on Speed Demon 1 or something nice. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. But we'll see. I guess this is us to say goodbye. There's tons of stuff to watch. There's tons of tournaments right now. Super Mario 64, Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. There's Zelda 1 randomizer. There's Mega Man X, Quirk. I still haven't seen Quirk, but Mythical says it's good. And yeah, and then all the extra stuff. So check the Speed Demon schedule because there's lots of one-off events throughout. So you should absolutely make sure that you follow those runners. And then we've got our tracker, Sir Laugh-A-Lot.
Still laugh a lot.
Oh, Sir Laugh-A-Lot. He added other letters to his name. So, yeah. Thank you, everyone. I'll sign off now. Peace out. Go watch other tournaments.
Yeah.
Don't just watch Randomizer.
Yeah, just watch everything on Speed Gaming. It's all good stuff.
Yeah, thanks for watching, people. I've been Dynasty Zero, accompanied by Xelnus. This was awesome, and see you later.